You all, it is almost Christmas time and my cookie jar is empty. What are we gonna do? Let's make some cookies. So Ashley at CNC Farm has put on this great collaboration, and it is called hashtag 12 Days of Cookies 22. And there are so many great channels in there. I am going to post the link to the playlist down below. I urge you to go look at all the cookies that everybody's making, take the recipes, make them yourself with your family. It's a great Christmas tradition. We always make cookies here, and I pop them in the freezer. That way we have them all year long. Everybody enjoys all the types of cookies we make, but today for you I plan on making Buckeyes. It is a nice peanut butter chocolatey treat that my husband loves, and if you like a peanut butter cup, you're gonna love these too. So all that is in our ingredients is butter, powdered sugar, peanut butter, vanilla, graham crackers, and your favorite melting chocolate. Okay, first up, I'm going to tell you I am doing a double batch. So therefore, I'm going to use 1 whole cup of butter, and my butter has been out on the counter for some time, so it is softened. You should be able to just squeeze it with your finger. And I'm just going to put it in the mixer, 1 stick at a time. There we go. Now, our peanut butter. For 1 single batch of this, it calls for 1 1/3 cup of peanut butter. This jar is a 28-ounce jar of peanut butter. So instead of measuring all this out, because I'm making a double batch, I can actually just remove 1/3 cup of this peanut butter, being that it's a full jar. If I remove 1/3 cup, then what is remaining in this jar will do a double batch of the Buckeyes. Set it aside because we don't need that. The rest of this will be going into our cookies. So this makes it super easy. No need to measure all that sticky peanut butter. And doing a double batch is just super simple for all the measuring. Okay, got it all out. I'm just going to go ahead and mix this up a little bit and add my vanilla as I'm mixing the peanut butter and the butter. So the recipe calls for 1 teaspoon, so I'm going to add 2 because, like I said, it's a double batch. And honestly, you're going to want a double batch after you try these. You do a single batch, you're going to be wishing you did a double. Okay, I'm just going to scrape that down a little bit before we start adding our powdered sugar. I don't know. Can y'all see okay? Probably not. How's that? Is that better? How's that? I mean, it's just a mixer with peanut butter and butter in it. Get that off of there. I really just want to make sure it's the butter and the peanut butter all get combined. One more time. There we go. Okay, now, powdered sugar. For each single batch, and I'm going to put the recipe in below, and it will be for the single batch. But for each single batch of Buckeyes, it calls for 3 cups of powdered sugar. Well, I've already sifted my powdered sugar so it's nice and fluffy. No lumps in it. And now we are going to start adding our powdered sugar, but really be careful because it will snow in your house if you don't add it slowly. But I'm going to be adding 6 cups, and I'll probably have to sift some more. I'm going to be adding 6 cups because, like I said, it's a double batch. So that's 1. Alright, I'm going to shut that off. I need to sift some more of my powdered sugar. And this is super simple. I keep my powdered sugar in a 1/2 gallon mason jar because I only use it mainly during Christmas time for making candies and cookies. So I put it in here, I seal it up, and it's good for all year. It does, however, get some clumps in it, so you really want to make sure you sift it. That way the little clumps stay away. And I'm going to take my little colander. I do have a sifter, but this was available. So I have 4.5. And I'm just going to make sure it goes through there and gets all the clumps out. That's really all I'm doing. Right back at it. There's 4.5 in here. This is 5. And this is on really just stir on my KitchenAid so it doesn't fluff up and make it snow. Because I just mopped the floors. Five and a half, and we're gonna see how that looks. Turning it up a little bit. I'm gonna add 1 more, makes it 6 cups. And we're back. Sorry. We are at 6 cups, and I'm going ahead and blending this. My battery went dead on my camera. I'm sorry. gonna blend this up on like 2 or 3 just to make sure it's good and combined. Now, take it down. Okay, kitty cats. Hey, sorry. Coloring is not the greatest. I'm going ahead and take it off of here. Now, it acts pretty dry. The recipe, the original recipe, calls for more sugar if it is too tacky, but we don't add extra sugar. Now let's go ahead and get this all mixed. Make sure all of the sugar is coming off the bottom. See how tacky it is? We want to make sure all the sugar is off the bottom and mixed into our dough. Okay, so we're going to add some more graham crackers to this mix. That way, this is 1 sleeve of the graham crackers crushed up. I'm going to go ahead and put a heaping 1/4 in here. Actually, a 1/2 cup. And we're going to start mixing it and see where we're at. Like I said, the recipe calls for more powdered sugar, but we'll enjoy using the graham crackers instead. And you just want to get all those graham crackers mixed up, and you're gonna have to add more. There's another 1/4 of a cup. So we're at 3/4 of a cup. I can't really tell you exactly how much, because I lost my recipe years ago, and I can remember, but not all the specifics. But this is a double batch of, or it's going to be a double batch of Buckeyes. Nope, it still needs more. Okay, there's a whole cup of graham crackers. You'll make sure that bottom gets up to the top and it all gets mixed in. I should have used a different spoon in the beginning instead of just my scraper. Just trying to save on dishes. Bear with me a minute. Okay. It is pretty difficult to mix once you get those graham crackers in there. And you can, I guess, use it in the mixer. It's just hard on them when you want to make sure the bottom gets all incorporated with the graham crackers. See, I still feel like it needs more graham crackers. So we got 1 cup in there. There's a 1.5 cups. And you don't want them too dry, but you don't want them super sticky either. There we go. It's coming together now. Much better. Whew, y'all, my hands are getting tired. Now what you want to be able to do is when you take a ball and you can do like this in your hands without it getting stuck to your hands, it is ready. Let me go ahead and get this mess cleaned up and I'll bring you back for the next step. Okay, we're back and we have our dough ready. Now what? Gonna tip you down here so you can see a little better. I have 2 pans for right now, lined with parchment paper. Probably need more than that, but we're gonna start with that. And what we're gonna do is we're going to take about, depending on how big you want your cookie, of course, take that out of there and roll it just like I showed you earlier, and you're just going to put it on your tray. Now I'm going to do all these. I'm sure you don't want to watch me roll all these, so I'll bring you back when the rolling is done. And we got them all rolled up. There are, this double batch made 67 cookies. 67 cookies. There's only 66 here because I dropped one on the floor. They are going into the freezer now because they are super soft and pliable right now. All these are going to go in the freezer overnight. In about 3 seconds, we will pull them out of the freezer, but it's going to be overnight for me, and I will be changed. See y'all in just a few minutes. Okay, we're back. Gonna finish up our cookies. Like I said, for the chocolate coating, you can use the almond bark. Or we also picked up some milk chocolate chips because sometimes I pick up the wrong thing of these and it tastes like dark chocolate, and my husband don't like that. So I figured if I mixed them, we'll be okay. The almond bark, however, does come in a big chunk like this, so you have to cut it up in slivers so it doesn't take so long to melt in the double boiler. The double boiler is right here and is exactly what it is. It's a pan of water, and then on the top you have where you'll put your chocolate on or in. That way this one will sit right down in it. No water gets up in here. Been using this for years. It is a great handy tool. So I have been letting that heat up, going ahead and getting our chocolate. Watch your fingers, keep your hand flat when you're doing this. Do it slowly so the chocolate doesn't go all through your kitchen. And I just kind of try to grate it up a little bit using my big knife. I am left-handed, so it's going to be hard for you all to see. I just do small chunks Now our peanut butter balls are still in the freezer. So we're just going to chunk it up, smaller chunks. That way it doesn't take so long to melt. You don't have to do this. This is also microwavable, but I like to use the double boiler. So all we're going to do is just put this in to here, bring this over to here. And I've already warmed up the melting pot, so hopefully it won't take as long to start melting. I'm just going to set that right back on there. I'm going to do 3 whole chunks. And then I'm also going to add some chocolate chips. You can use your favorite chocolate for this. There is, get you closer. We're going to start stirring it. Because my water is already hot in the bottom of the boiler, it is already melting, as you can see. I hope you can see. So you just stir it in this using a double boiler melting pot. It actually prevents it from scalding the chocolate. I do have extra water right here if I need it to add in the bottom. Most times you don't have to, but sometimes you do have to, because it will overflow onto the stove here if you forget to turn the burner off. I just keep turning it on and off. Keep adding chocolate as we need it. Let's go ahead and get you up here more. There we go. And we're just going to melt this chocolate more and more and add more chocolate, because we want this about half full. Adding more chocolate throughout the melting process. So when I get this about half full and the chocolate all melted, that is when we will start. We'll get our peanut butter balls out and we will start dipping. We got our chocolate melted. Our pot is half full and it is looking very smooth. That lid just keeps. And we are going to start dipping our peanut butter balls and get them out of the freezer. We're going to start with the small pan. This is the one I showed you yesterday that was super soft. Of course, they're frozen now. which is exactly the way we want them. I'm going to stick them right here, and for me, I go through the bottom, and I take this skewer for the melt that come with the melting pot, and I will stick that in the bottom to dip it in my chocolate. Just like that. Now, I will try to get off all the excess, and I will take this and plop it down right on my pan, just like that. And we're just going to complete the process one by one, dipping it, get all the excess off without taking too much, and plop it down one by one. Making sure you leave just a tad bit of peanut butter showing is the traditional Buckeye, but my husband likes them covered completely, so but I'm gonna show you traditionally, and then traditionally it is this one here that shows a little bit of the peanut butter, but my husband likes them completely covered in chocolate, so that's how we'll be doing the rest of them. And it's really ultimately up to you, however you like yours done. It is a little bit of a mess. It can be. That can slip off. I have used half of the almond bark chocolate and half of the chocolate chips so far. And we have 65 or 66 cookies to dip. And that is also why I tried to get the excess off, because it takes quite a bit of chocolate to dip these. But as you can tell, it doesn't take very much time at all. I have my melting pot off right now. If you see that your chocolate is not as runny as you like, you can also always turn it back on to warm it back up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish dipping the rest of these. Doesn't take no time. I'm going to go ahead and dip the rest of these, and we'll be back after I get them all done. And that's how my husband likes them. And this is how a traditional Buckeye should look like. I'll be right back as soon as we get all these done. You gotta help me, Mom? I got a helper. And all of our cookies are dipped. They don't look the best, but they taste great. So thank you all for joining me on making Buckeyes. Check out all the other great channels in this collaboration of the 12 Days of Cookie Collab 2022. And we'll see you later. Say bye. Say thanks for coming. Y'all come back. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, you put him a kiss. Oh, yes.